Monopoly has a reputation for being a pretty bad game. People who don't like board games point to it as proof that board games are bad and boring and stupid, while people who love board games point to it as a way of saying, hey, look, this is what board games used to be. Board games are way better now. I'm Steve Tassi, the board game guru, and I'm here to tell you that the reasons you probably hate Monopoly might just have nothing to do with the game's rules at all. Many people will tell you that the only mistake you make when playing Monopoly is playing Monopoly. But that simply isn't true. Now, I'm not here to say you should go out and play Monopoly, and I'm not here to say that you should hate Monopoly. But the mistake that people make when playing Monopoly is using house rules. The game as written is not the boring, never-ending yawn fest that its detractors make it out to be. What makes Monopoly interminable are the numerous house rules and rule omissions that players have come to believe are how the game is supposed to be played. Ask your average person what happens when you land on free parking, and they'll say you win the pot. But what if I were to tell you that there is no pot? What if I were to tell you that artificially injecting more money into the closed economy of Monopoly is what makes it take forever to play? Well, there isn't, and it does. Free parking is meant to be just one of two spaces, the other being just visiting, where nothing happens if you land on it. It's not some magical jackpot. By using this mythological pot, you prolong the game to the point of frustration and utter boredom. Money paid as rent or as part of a trade goes to the players involved. All other money that players spend, whether it's buying properties, paying their taxes, paying for chance or community chest cards, goes to the bank, not a pot on free parking. If you ask the average person how auctions work in Monopoly, they'll probably say, huh, what, there are auctions? Well, Monopoly has auctions, and it's a rule that most people leave out for some reason or another. This is another mistake that increases the duration of the game and makes it just not be fun anymore. Here's how the auctions work. If you land on a space that isn't owned by anyone, and you don't choose to buy it for the listed price, it is immediately put up for auction, and any player, yourself included, can bid on it. Whoever bids the most buys the property for whatever their bid was. This way, you can artificially inflate the value of a property, or you can possibly get it at a discount. Depends on what people have available to them financially. Another common house rule that works to everyone's detriment is just what sort of trades can be made. In the original rules, you can trade properties for properties and or cash. No free passes on rent, no promises of future preferential treatment, deeds for deeds, or deeds for cash, or deeds for deeds and cash. Allowing trades that include free passes on properties keeps weak players alive for an artificially inflated time and creates statistical imbalance in the value of properties. Any way you slice it, it's bad for gameplay. So the next time you feel like dusting off your old copy of Monopoly, make sure that you don't use house rules, don't use the pot on free parking, absolutely do include the auction rules, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find that breathes some new life into a musty old classic. But then, you might still hate it anyway. Who knows? It is Monopoly after all. Some people have very positive memories of playing Monopoly. Some people don't. Some people may find that when they revisit Monopoly, it doesn't stand up to the memories that they had of it. For other people, it will be exactly what they remember. Personally, I chose Monopoly to be the first game that I played after I had to have my cat put down. Why? Well, because I knew that after such a sad day, that any game I might play to cheer myself up was going to immediately be the first game I played after putting my cat down. and I didn't want to do that to any of my favorite games. So I chose Monopoly. I also listened to some Justin Bieber just to be safe.